You're listening to User Media. Hello General Hospital friends. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Sitting on the couch, Alexis looks through an album of family photos. She remembers her final moments with Sam, who informed her of her engagement. Wishing he could do more for her, Sonny takes out some tea. She inquires about his life after Morgan's passing. Although Sonny acknowledges that it wasn't simple, he continued to live her life for Molly, Christina, and her grandchildren. After this funeral, Alexis is unsure of how she will resume her normal life. And she doesn't want to picture a world without Sam. Sonny agrees it is terrible for a parent to outlive their child. Part of her is lost forever, and he won't pretend she'll get it back. Alexis notes that's what Christina said when she lost the baby. Sonny asks how Sam's kids are doing. Alexis thinks Scout is still too young to understand, but Danny is inconsolable. Alexis says she missed half of Sam's life and should never have let her go as a baby. Alexis said she thought Sam would have had loving parents, but she didn't. Meanwhile, she went to school and had a successful career while Sam suffered. She believes she's being punished for abandoning Sam now. Sonny says she had no idea who she was giving Sam up to, so stop judging the woman she was then and give herself credit for who she is now. They both had tough childhoods, as did Sam, and Sonny says Sam made it just as they did. He says Sam had a great life, knew her mother loved her, and she loved her. He tells her not to doubt that. According to Alexis, Sam detested her when he first got to Port Charles. Sonny claims that Sam changed, particularly when she became a mother. Alexis claims that she didn't naturally adjust to motherhood because of her relationship with her own mother, but Sam did. Sam always defended the underdog, according to Sonny, and Lulu didn't hesitate to ask for assistance when she needed it. He thinks Alexis, who was an excellent role model, taught Sam that. Sonny asks if she wants assistance finding a picture for her obituary. She points out that although he is not required to do this, he is doing it for her and Sam. He tells Alexis she may not have been there in the beginning, but she was in the finish, and she should be grateful for the time she had with Sam. Alexis leans on him. Portia comes home to Curtis, who is already in bed. He can tell she's stressed and embraces her as she cries. Portia tells him that everything with Sam's pre-op tests and her post-op results were perfect. Curtis admits he's having a hard time processing this, as he and Sam were close. Portia says Lucas fought for his sister, and she was there when he had to call her time of death. She loves her job, but sometimes it's really hard. Curtis brings them some glasses of wine to calm Portia's nerves. Portia is worried about what might come back on the autopsy, as part of her feels responsible for letting Lucas operate on his sister. Curtis says it was Sam's call to have Lucas operate on her, and she is in no way at fault. Portia is hoping no one is, but she fears the autopsy will indicate she died from a surgeon error. Portia asks Curtis how his day was. He relays that he went to see Alexis, and she's devastated. She's hanging in there, which is more than he can say for Dante. It made him realize never to take her or their marriage for granted again. She says they won't, and they kiss. In Brennan's office, he asks Carly why she's come to him for help. Carly says Jason and Sonny have lost someone close to them recently. She decided to trust him, so don't make her regret it. Brennan appreciates her faith in him, says he'll take it from here, and asks her to go. Carly doesn't understand and wonders if he's working with Sidwell. He insists he's not, so she asks why she has to leave. Brennan says Sidwell saw her when he took Sasha. She's a witness, so she can't get involved any deeper. Carly realizes he's worried about her. He tells Carly that Sidwell is dangerous, so she needs to leave and pretend she never contacted the WSP, or he'll put her in protective custody. She says he wins, and as she storms out, Brennan yells, "That dirty look was totally uncalled for, young lady." Alone, Brennan makes a call and puts a tail on Carly. Brad apologizes to Lucas in the hospital locker room. Brad is informed by Lucas that he cannot do this at this time. Brad claims that he doesn't have to keep his grief from him. Lucas sobs that he is unable to accept the idea that he may have caused his sister's death. Brad claims that he spoke with OR staff, and they informed him that his extraction went perfectly. Now that his sister is deceased, Lucas regrets having the procedure. Lucas claims they are unaware that it is not his fault, despite Brad's assurances to the contrary. Brad claims that even though he shouldn't have performed the procedure, what transpired would have happened. Brad knows he never would have been careless in surgery, especially with his sister. Brad tells him this isn't his fault. Lucas notes he was always so good at pep talks, but this one isn't helping. Lucas can still hear the alarms, feel the shock of the paddles, and his hope for a response, only to have to call his sister's time of death. He did everything he could. Brad takes his hands and tells him that he did everything he could, but Sam was just gone. They embrace. Carly soon arrives and yells, "Back off." Brad explains he was just comforting Lucas. She doesn't care and wants him to stay away from her brother. Lucas tells Carly it's fine. Brad leaves but first tells Lucas he knows where he is if he wants to talk. Carly tells Lucas that Brad is just using this tragedy to worm his way back into his life, and there are so many people he can turn to. Lucas asks why she's here, and Carly explains she wanted to check on him. He says all eyes will be on him as Sam's surgeon, and he never should have let Sam convince him to do her surgery. He never expected working on Sam to save Lulu would cost Sam her life. Carly says he did what Sam asked him to do, and Sam wouldn't want him blaming himself or thinking she died for nothing. In Robert's office, Anna talks to Robert about their next steps, but Robert says Sidwell said no police. Robert says he just wants to get the diamonds and give them to Sidwell to set Sasha free. Anna says there is no guarantee Holly will give the diamonds to Sidwell. Robert doesn't believe Holly will risk their daughter. Anna begs to differ, as Holly knows Robert will pick up the pieces and save Sasha should she abscond with the diamonds. Robert doesn't believe Holly will do that and says it's time for them to go. Holly arrives at Sunny's restaurant and finds Jason. She explains she needs to see Sunny, but Jason says the timing isn't good. She needs her diamonds back, but he says the deal was they stay here. She says, "Screw the deal, Jen Sidwell has my daughter." She fills him in, and Jason agrees to get the diamonds. He brings them to her, but also says he's going with her to deal with Sidwell. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my OSR Media to our channel and stay with us.